Hi guys, it's Daryl again. I'm here in District 1 in Ho Chi Minh City, and I want to take you through to a restaurant that we're going to be doing one of our next wine talks with. It's called Fresh Catch. So if there's no one coming on the street, you can follow me now. Fresh Catch La Villa. That's where we're going to have our next event, and come on in. A little bit of a hem here, and basically when you walk through, we're going to be going right into this. Beautiful. I love the way they have their logo and everything set up. And by the way, over here you see open daily from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. now serving. Okay, so come on in. When we go to the first floor here, everything is set up so that you have this feeling that you're in the Mediterranean, that you're in a seafood environment. So the colors are blue, very colorful, things like that. The kitchen's right over here, and upstairs is a dining room. Before we go up there, I'm going to sit down with one of the owners of Fresh Catch to talk about what the restaurant is and why you should come here for Wine Talk. Here I am upstairs. You didn't see me come up the stairs, but there's actually a second floor. I'm here at Fresh Catch, and I'm here sitting with one of the founders and owners of Fresh Catch, Alvin.
Hello there.
Good to see you again. We've known each other for a while.
A few years.
Yeah, a few years.
Definitely a few years.
Different venues, but tell me and tell the rest of the audience about Fresh Catch and why it was important for you to open it up.
So Fresh Catch came up as an idea because we know that in Vietnam, Vietnamese love their seafood.
Sure.
You can find it on the street, you can find it in huge restaurants where you have fish tank, but I felt there was no Western take on that seafood restaurant.
Okay.
So that's how it started, because looking for options to offer a Western version of the local seafood.
Okay.
So being French as well, I think that influenced as well the idea of taking something that's Mediterranean flavor, because we felt that restricting just to French would be a restriction, and that opening up to a Mediterranean flavors in general, so putting Spanish, Italian, Greek, even North African, like we do a couscous, which is influenced by Tunisian cuisine, that would open up to much more possibilities.
Great.
That's how it started.
Yeah, seafood, you're right. It's a land of seafood, and bringing in all those cultures into Vietnam. Your customers, it's mostly foreigners or Westerners?
Actually, it's a mix. I say at this stage we have about 30% of Japanese. We have a big crowd of Japanese. Then about 20% Vietnamese, and the rest is a mix of I'll generalize to expat, but European, American, Australian, large mix. Of course, there's a bigger part of European in itself, but it's quite a big mix right now. And the Vietnamese is kind of growing more and more.
More and more.
And so we get more popular.
The style of the seafood, again, is a Mediterranean influence. So there's how's that different from Vietnamese?
I think that's where I would say, instead of being different, it's where we link with the Vietnamese.
Okay.
Is that we're doing I'll say family style food. So instead of some French restaurant or Italian where they serve you by the plate, we prefer to bring dishes and put in the middle. So with a tendency for people to share the dish. And so that's the approach we have, because we want to fit with everybody's taste and style. So we prefer to do it in that style, like family style. So you put in the middle and you share. So as well, we have that influence of, let's say, in Mediterranean, Spain principally, but as well France and Spain, but to have what we call tapas in general, the small bites. So yeah, we mix up from those small bites to a much bigger family dish, like a paella risotto or something like that that's much bigger. And we do as well platters of mixed seafood, from shells to fish to crab, lobsters, and different things like that. So in general, I think the products are very well known by Vietnamese because actually we source our product, I say 90% in Vietnam.
Okay.
And the difference is that the way we cook them. But if you look at it really, like let's say you take shells in the street in Vietnam, the most typical, say, scallops that is cooked even in the street, it's either with butter or some kind of butter and spring onions. And that's a straight influence from the French, where normally we do it with garlic butter and parsley and snails or on some shells as well. So I think that's where there's also some similarity, and it talks easily to Vietnamese, is that we do product that even if they're not completely familiar with it, they sizzling, they see there's something they've seen before. Or like lobster thermidor, like having lobster with cheese or something like that, that they've seen around, they like it, and then it gets them closer to it.
We're excited to have the next wine talk here because we talk about that family style of eating, and you know, wine is an important part, as you know, of dining experience. So we want to bring those two cultures together, and you know, literally a table of 10, we put down 4 bottles of wine, and we all share family styles, family way of doing it along with the food. So I think we're pretty much settled on the date. What I'll do, we'll post this video along with the actual date. The theme is seafood and wine beyond Sauvignon Blanc. Okay, Sauvignon Blanc, everyone knows that varietal. But what about the other varietals? So we'll hit into a little bit of Italian white wine. It goes really well, as well as other countries, and making a really discovery of the food and the wine together, and just have a good time.
Excellent.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
All right. I'm looking forward to it too. So thanks for your time, and we'll see you soon.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Thank you.